Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to help you level up. Wherever you are, if you're at 100K, I want to help you get to 200K. If you're at 300K, I want to help you get to 500K. If you are at 500K, I want to help you get to 700 or a million or beyond. Welcome guys, if you're checking this out for the first time, my name is Preston. I'm a professional recruiter and also agency owner. Been working with some of the best companies on the planet, helping them find and scale amazing talent and teams. Here to give you tactical advice to help you level up your business. So first of all, if you're in recruiting and you're making any sort of money, first of all, congratulations, that's awesome. Anything beyond zero is a kudos to you. In recruiting, we make something out of nothing. So the fact that you are making income means you're able to put the basics together. Get a client, get a candidate, put it together, cha-ching, do a placement, make money. In this video, I want to go over some technical tips and advice that you can take away to be able to audit your business to hopefully identify where the biggest bottlenecks and the pain points are. I think in recruiting, there's not that much difference between 200K to 300 or 300 to 500, 500, 800. When I started, I made $524,000 my first year net as a recruiter on my desk, and my best year was 800,000. And honestly, 800,000 to a million, there's not that much difference. It's just pushing a little bit more and doing a handful more placements. It's literally that simple, assuming that again, each placement is about $20,000 to $40,000 at the minimum. But before I get into it, I really want to go over and just ask yourself, if you were to look at your business right now, are you at your level of income based on luck or is it by skill? It's very easy, especially if you're just beginning or maybe you lucked out with a couple clients from your network, to be able to just send one candidate, do a placement, thinking that you're the king of the world, you got a 5-figure check. Maybe you lucked out, with your first 2, 3, 4 placements, but then deep down inside you're like, wow, I don't know if I can keep this going. Imposter syndrome. I really don't know what I'm doing. Can I actually finish this year off strong with a consistent, systematic game plan? Or are you someone who is at 300K or someone's at 500K, right? But you're stagnant, you're plateauing. Maybe it's you, or maybe you have a small team. You just don't know how to get to that next level, right? So I think with any business, but also with recruiting, it's very easy to just get so far with luck, but to maintain it and to level up, it's all from skill and tactical confidence on knowing exactly what to do and how to get to that next level instead of just winging it, coasting, or just stagnating. I also want to establish another assumption. I do have a lot of these conversations with agency owners and business operators, and I hear a lot of great numbers, 300K, 500K, a million. But when it comes to direct, my personal assumption is that an average, and again, I'm talking about an average revenue per employee, should be 300,000 to 500,000, right? As a rule of thumb. And so 300, I think, is pretty average. Once you're getting to 500 or higher, you're pretty, high performer. From 500 to a million, you're probably at the top 1% of recruiter billers out there, right? I have conversations with people like, hey, I'm making 500K. I'm like, great, but how big is your team? 3. Well, that's not that great, because realistically, then your team should be making at least, super conservative, a million, 1.5 a year and beyond, right? Hey, I have a team of 5. Great. Your team should ideally be making, let's say, 1.5 to 2 million uber conservatively, but kind of realistically, maybe more like 2 to 2.5 million a year or higher, right? If you have a team and your average revenue is $100,000 per head or below, something is absolutely significantly wrong with the fundamentals that you're doing, with the technology that you're doing, or somewhere in between. So number one, guys, the most important thing, and this is kind of a bonus tip, is you have to do the fundamentals correctly. And while that may sound common sense, we are now living in a time where the difference between you making 200K to 300K, 300K to 500, 500, a million is making sure every step is perfect. It's not enough for you to be like, hey, I know how to send emails. Are you sending them perfectly? I know how to do cold calls. Great. But do you know how to do it perfectly in a recruiting setting? I know how to close clients. I know how to do intake calls, launch calls. I know how to qualify. I know how to manage expectations of candidates. Great. But do you know how to do that perfectly? So this video is not about the fundamentals, but again, a lot of these things are with the assumption that your fundamentals are pretty solid, because if they're not, no matter what technology, what system you use, you will continue to always experience more skills and knowledge gaps that you have to get fixed right now. Real quick, if you ever thought about starting your own recruitment agency, or you're a recruiter struggling to land clients, you'll want to check out our coaching and implementation program. Inside, I give you the exact scripts, the outreach templates, and acquisition systems I used to hit over $500,000 my first year, scale to over $100,000 months, and do over $5 million in placements on my own desk. Our students are already hitting $30,000, $50,000, even $80,000 per month or more. Many of them doing it part-time. So if you want to learn the same playbook, the link's below. It's exactly what I use. Now back to the video. But in this video, I want to go over 3 things that can help you level up to the next level. Number 1, small levers that you can adjust, right? Price. job titles fee. So when it comes to price and salary, let's say that your average employee is making about, let's say $50,000, right? A year. Let's say that you do an easy 20% off of that. That's $10,000. You have to do 3 of those to make 30K a year, right? Versus what about if you can maybe target roles instead of 50K, it's $80,000 a year with the 20% fee instead of 10,000. Now look at a 16,000, a 1.6x increase, right? Now, what if perhaps you found a candidate that is looking for $100,000 a year? Now, instead of 10K, you literally double that to 20K without doing any extra work. So without even changing anything about your business, if you're able to just target better jobs with better salaries, your margin and your bottom line can increase and improve significantly. Another thing is also the fee percentage too. A lot of people, even beginners or established, they kind of play within that 10 to 25% mark. It takes a little bit of self-confidence to be able to be like, hey, yeah, I want 20, I want 25, I want 30%. If you don't ask, you will never get. So aside from the salary, one of the easiest levers that you can basically adjust is like that fee percentage, right? Because a $100,000 salary with a 10% fee, that's $10,000. Now, what if you got them on a 15% fee? Now you just made $15,000. What about a 20% fee? Now you just made $20,000 without doing extra work. Such a no-brainer. So these are the things that you can absolutely be able to adjust immediately without doing anything. The second thing is stop relying on average or bad clients. What got you to where you are now is not going to get you to where you want to go. What I mean by that is you can actually muscle your way and fight through hell to get through a decent income with average clients. Average clients to me are the ones that move not the fastest. They have semi-billable roles. You know, you're happy enough with the salary, the fee percentage. They're not like bad to work with, but they're also not great. And you can get to a level of income to support your life, absolutely, with these. But what about the worst case scenario where you're working with even worse clients, right? Where they're fickle, they keep changing things. Like you relying everything on 1 or 2 clients, that will absolutely, completely, for better or for worse, dictate your future and present lifestyle. So why would you do that? Why would you give clients, even if they're good, but average or bad, so much power over how you feel now and your future life? The easiest way to mitigate that is just get better clients. Even if you have a good client, you're able to do 1 placement or 2 or however many you have. Once you fill all those roles and they don't give you more roles, then what happens? You're back to square one. This is the constant chronic ping-ponging feast famine that so many recruiters go through. And it's one of the worst feelings in the world. I absolutely hate it. And so for me, I'm like, I don't want to go through this ping pong ever again. So what do I do? The easiest way to stabilize your business is find better clients, and not just any clients, the best clients. As you may or may not know, a client doesn't mean a good client. You can get and sign 3 clients who signed agreements with you, but they could all turn out to be average or bad. What do? You keep looking for better clients, and then you eventually replace the average and bad clients with the best clients, the clients that are hiring a lot. They trust you, they respect you, it's billable, you're making top dollar with them, they love working with you, you love working with them. Every client can be like this. And I think like if you're just stuck with 1 or 2 mediocre clients, you're just gonna feel like every client on earth is gonna be like that. It's like a classic case of if you don't know, you don't know. Go find better clients. Ultimately to the point where you can hire great clients and fire bad clients. For me and my agency, we built our system, our client acquisition system that scrapes and constantly identifies, engages, creates conversations with new clients to the point where like for every 5 that we talk to every week, we only work with 2 or 3 of them. It puts us in a position of power and not in one of desperation where you're chasing and praying that your client's going to work with you or sign an agreement. That is no way to run your business, let alone recruiting at all, right? Don't give so much power to clients. Work with the ones that you want to work with that have like a mutual, amazing, positive synergy, and rock and roll and dominate with that client and attract more. And if you find a good client and you do a good job, there's a chance they're going to recommend you to other amazing, great clients. So keep that in mind. The third thing that I want to talk about is utilize technology that is present today, for instance, AI and AI agents, to help you maximize coverage. It's easier than ever for someone like me, a solo recruiter, excluding my agency, to work on high level of roles right now because of AI. Before, I can only work on the amount of roles that I myself physically can manage at any given time manually. But now with AI agents, you can spawn as many AI agents as you want to be able to manage, 5 different roles, 10 or 15 or more on just one person's desk, because you have like now a whole team of AI agents, a virtual artificial AI team of assistants and employees that are finding candidates for you, that are finding clients candidates for you. No longer do you need to resort to hiring anyone and praying that they ramp up and get you clients or candidates. You can use technology to do all of that and scale it to infinity without even having to risk the expensive salaries of hiring someone that ultimately is not going to pan out for you. And so I think on the client side and candidate side, AI agents is just a godsend for people who have team members. Obviously, make sure my recruiters understand the fundamentals. They know exactly how to go out there and find clients, but we spawn AI agents to make sure everything that is required of us manually is outsourced by AI agents 24/7. And even same thing on the candidate side. Anything that's taken away from what I should actually be focused on every day, which is talking to clients and candidates, even on the candidate side, all of that's outsourced. There are now technologies out there, agents out there that can qualify, enrich, and outreach candidates without you doing anything. It's now possible to do so much more than what was possible 3, 5, 10 years ago because of AI and because of technology. And this is why we're going into another renaissance period of recruiting where you don't need big teams anymore. You can have a small, lean team or even a solo recruiter, and you can make even more income with a better lifestyle, with better work-life boundaries than ever before, because instead of having like a physical team that's risky and expensive, you can have as small or big of a team of AI and AI agents to do everything you need to do while you focus on the important stuff, having conversations, creating relationships, and closing. Last but not least, I want to leave you with one more. I see time and time again that too many people are relying on tools. There are people still out there that are crushing it on just straight up LinkedIn, manual, semi-manual, clients and candidates, doing the fundamentals correctly. And I feel like if you can't even do that, then what's the point of you using tools? Because even if you use tools, even if you get the right candidates, even if you get the right clients or conversations or leads, if you don't even know how to pick up roles, how to create relationships, how to manage expectations, how to close, how to do intake calls or launch calls or qualifying calls, how to submit, how to do everything in between and maximize probably in your favor, you're not going to find success, or you're going to be capped at a certain level of success and struggle to be able to blast forward and blast through that. It's like, hey, if you don't even know how to drive, why are you focused so much on driving a Ferrari or Lamborghini, right? You want to be able to understand the mechanics and the basics of driving first, and then you can really appreciate, leverage, and truly maximize the power and agility of driving an amazing car with a brand new engine. That's the same thing here. It's no different, right? Learn the fundamentals first, master what it's like to be a recruiter, and then use technology to help you become a super recruiter. Don't just skip through to the technology without the fundamentals, because there's going to be a lot of skills and knowledge gaps. You're not going to be able to see a candidate here or a client or what the technology is doing and be able to deduce if it's doing things correctly or incorrectly, because you have no other reference point or data or experience or knowledge to base it off of. So get educated, really take this craft seriously. I think recruiting is one of the best careers, one of the best business opportunities anyone can do. And I hope this video helps. And if you want to see more like it, let me know.